Hello and welcome everyone. This is Academy of Earth Sciences and I am Sudhir Kumar Srivastava. Today in this video we will be discussing the solutions to the general aptitude part which was asked in your geology paper in the GATE 2022. Okay. So starting from the first question that is here on your screen right now. The first question is inhaling the smoke from a burning dash caused dash government quickly. Okay. So you have to fill in the blanks and you have to fill the blanks with three different words that is given in your options. Okay, so those words are tire, tier and tire. Okay, so आपके पास तीन वर्ड्स हैं. इन तीनों वर्ड्स में से कोई दो वर्ड्स आपको फिल करने हैं करेक्टली आपके फिल इन द ब्लैंक्स में. Okay, so the first word that is tire. We know that tire this is used in your automobiles. Okay, automobiles में use होते हैं. It is made of your natural rubber and synthetic rubber. Okay, that is rubber. Okay. And this is tier. Tier means level of something. You give different exams, so you have different tier of level of examinations. Okay, like you travel in railways, so you have AC second tier, third tier. So it means different levels. Now coming to tire, it means being the feeling of exhaustion. Okay, being exhausted, get exhausted or feeling of exhaustion. Okay, so this means tire, thak jana. Okay. So this is tire, that is tire which is used in automobile. Tire means level and this tire means exhausted. So out of these three words we have to choose correctly those two words which can be filled in the blanks which is given to you. So the first word that will be filled in the blanks here is, let us look at the options here. Inhaling the smoke from a burning. Among these three, which you can burn? Which among the following you can burn? Certainly you can burn this natural synthetic rubber. That belongs to this tire part. Okay, so tire, the first blank will be of tire. Okay, let us see the options. The first blank belongs to tire is option 1 is also correct, and B in B option you have tire, so that is out of scenario. The third option, it also has TYRE, tire, in the first blank. D has TIRE, so we have left with two options, that is A and B, and out of those we have to eliminate one in order to get the correct answer. Now reading forward. Okay, inhaling the smoke from a burning tire caused dash government quickly. Okay, so it will not increase the level of government, that is certain, it is a certain thing. Okay, it does not increase the level of government. So burning of this tire will cause a feeling of exhaustion, that the feeling of tiredness. Okay, so this tire will be filled in your next blank, that is tire. So you have another word for the second blank, that is tire. So the correct option among A and C will be C option, because it has at first blank you have tire and at second blank you have this tire. Okay, so the correct answer is your C answer. Okay, now coming to your second question, that is on your screen here. Okay, 6 persons P, Q, R, S, T and U are sitting around a circular table. Okay, so let us make a circular table here. एक circular table में आपके P, Q, R, S, T, U बैठे हुए हैं. Okay, facing the center, not necessarily in the same order. Okay, if it is given in P, Q, R, S, T, U, तो necessarily जरूरी नहीं है that they are sitting in this order only. Okay, so consider the following statement. So let us look in the statements. First statement is P sits next to S and T. Okay, so if I mark P here, okay, and it sits next to the S and T. So supposedly for time being we are marking S and T here. ठीक है, time being थोड़े देर के लिए मान लेते हैं कि S and T यहाँ पे based on your first statement. Okay, now second, Q sits diametrically opposite to P. Diametrically opposite to P. So this is the diametric opposite position to the P and that is where Q sits. Okay, यहाँ पे आपका diametric opposite position कौन सा है? That is that point, and where कौन बैठा है वहाँ पे? Q is sitting there. Okay, so coming to your third statement, that is the shortest distance between S and R is equal to the shortest distance between T and U. ठीक है, so shortest distance between S and R is equal to shortest distance between T and U. So I will mark R here and I will mark U here. ओके, आप पूछ सकते हो सर आपने यहाँ पे यू क्यों, यहाँ पे क्यों नहीं किया, यहाँ पे आर क्यों नहीं किया? बिकॉज इफ आई विल बी मार्किंग आर हियर, ओके, if I will be marking r here, this distance will be like this. This will not be the shortest distance. Okay, this will be shorter than this distance. That is why I have marked r here. ठीक है, यहाँ पे r मैंने इसलिए मार्क नहीं किया क्योंकि यहाँ पर डिस्टेंस शॉर्ट नहीं रहेगी, बट यहाँ पे अगर मैं जब r मार्क करूंगा तो here the distance will be shortest. That is why I have marked r here and u here. Okay, so coming to the options here, based on the above statement, Q is a neighbor of. So Q is the neighbor of. If I erase this one, so you can look in the diagram and can answer easily. Okay. So Q is the neighbor of R and U. Okay. And which option is correct? That is the D option. Okay. This question is easy, quite clear. So moving on to the third question. Okay. Now in this third question, which is on your screen, given below are three statements and four conclusions drawn based on the statements. Okay, statement 1, some engineers are writers. Okay, statement 2, no writer is an actor. Okay, and statement 3, all actors are engineers. Okay, just draw a circle for them so that we can correlate them. Okay, let us draw based on your first statement. Some engineers are writers. Okay, so I will draw for engineers and writers. So this is engineers and this is for writers. Okay, so some engineers, in this section you can see some engineers are writers. The first statement belongs to this part, is the writers. Okay, now it is saying that no writer is an actor. Okay, no writer is an actor. So I can draw separately the actor part. Okay, we will be reading the statement third and then we will be drawing that. Okay, पहले statement third पढ़ लेते हैं, then उसके बाद we will draw that. Okay, statement third, all actors are engineers. So I can draw this actor one on this. Okay, because actor will be the subset of engineer. So now we have drawn all the possible scenarios for based on all your three statements. Okay, now we will be concluding and we will be seeing whether which of the conclusions here is correct or not. Okay, so the first conclusion, some writers are engineers. Some writers are engineers, that is correct. Conclusion 1 is correct. Conclusion 1 is correct. Okay, some writers are engineers, that is correct. Now coming to the conclusion 2, that is all engineers are actors. All engineers are actors. No, that is not the correct conclusion, because all actors can be engineers, but all engineers cannot be actors, because actor is a subset of engineer. Engineer is not a subset of actor. Okay, so conclusion 2 is wrong. Conclusion 2 is incorrect. Okay. Now coming to conclusion 3, no actor is a writer, and that is what we, based on that statement, we draw this. There was a statement there was a statement like no writer is an actor, statement 2, and that is what it is again concluding in conclusion 3, that is no actor is a writer. Just opposite, वो उल्टा बोल रहा है ना, पहले इधर से बोल रहा था, now is saying like that. So ये भी सही है, conclusion 3 is also correct. Okay, so conclusion, because based on that statement only we have drawn this diagram. Okay, conclusion 3 is also correct. Now coming to conclusion 4, some actors are writers. No, they have no relation. They have no relation with them. Okay, they have no relation. Actors have no relation with the being writer part. So conclusion 4 is also, here I can write conclusion 4 is also incorrect. So let us check what the question is telling to us. Which one of the following options can be logically inferred? Okay, so let us check the options one by one. Your option first is either conclusion 3 or conclusion 4 is correct. Okay, either conclusion 3. Conclusion 3 is what? It is correct, or conclusion 4 is correct. No, conclusion 4 is wrong. So first option is out of scenario, है ना? First option को take नहीं कर सकते हैं ना? क्योंकि we have seen that part. Now coming to option second, that is only conclusion 1 and conclusion 3 are correct. So your conclusion 1 and conclusion 3 is correct. That is a possible scenario and that is also the correct one. So आगे भी चेक करेंगे, ठीक है, ये सही है, we'll consider this one, but we'll also be checking the third and C and D whether they are correct or not. Okay, so coming to the third option, that is only conclusion 1 is correct. No, your conclusion 3 is also correct, only conclusion 1 is not correct, ठीक है. Now coming to the D option, only conclusion 2 and conclusion 3 are correct. Conclusion 3 is correct but not the conclusion 2 one. Okay, so D is also out of scenario. So you are left with only one option, that is B option. Only conclusion 1 and conclusion 3 are correct. Okay, so the B will be your answer. That is what this question was also easy, very easy. Okay, so I guess you must have all done this question. Okay, so now moving on to your fourth question. Now coming to the fourth question, which is on your screen. The question is from the inequality. Okay, the question is, we have two equations, that is 3p minus q is less than 4. Let us write down that 3p minus q is less than 4, and we have another inequality equation, that is 3q minus p is less than 12. Okay, we have equation first and equation second. Okay, there is nothing like that we have to solve the equations and all. Okay, I have always told you that you can come across the other way around also. You have to answer the question from the reading the questions also, but sometimes you can just go other way around. You can just eliminate the options also, and by doing so you can easily get sometimes the answer, and that is very much feasible in the aptitude section. If you have just eliminated the options in this question using the method of neat and try by just putting the values like 1 and 2 and all, okay, so you must have got your answer very easily. There was nothing to be scared of that it is an inequality question and you need to know about that certain things and all. ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं था ना. अगर बेसिक अप्रोच आप लगाते, अपनी लॉजिक लगाते, सिंस एप्टीट्यूड तो आपको लॉजिक तो अप्लाई करना ही है. तो अगर आप बेसिक लॉजिक लगाते तो आपको आपका आंसर मिल गया होता. ओके, सो हिट एंड ट्राई से आप कर लोगे, चेक कर लोगे, आपको आंसर मिल जाएगा, एंड द आंसर इज p plus q is less than 8. ओके, अगर मैं मैथमेटिकली भी करना चाहूं तो हो जाएगा. What I will do, I will just, since they have same inequality sign, ठीक है, दोनों तरफ same inequality sign है दोनों इक्वेशन में, तो मैं क्या कर सकता हूं, ऐड कर देता हूं दोनों इक्वेशंस को. एडिंग इक्वेशन 1 and 2. okay, I'm just trying to give you a logical explanation. Okay, adding 1 and 2, so 3p minus q is less than 4 and 3q minus p is less than 12. Okay, you are adding this equation, so you will get 16 here. If 3p minus p, you will get 2p plus 3q minus q, you will get 2q. So if you are taking common, 2 as common, p plus q is less than 16 and p plus q is less than 8. So we got the answer as p plus q is less than 8. So this is the correct answer. Okay, there was nothing to be scared of. अगर आप हिट एंड ट्रायल से भी करते तो भी हो जाता. ठीक है, so this question was easy. Okay, now moving on to the next question, that is the fifth question. In the fifth question, which is on your screen here, okay, you can see that a sphere of radius r centimeter is packed in a box of cubical shape. Okay, what should be the minimum volume in centimeter cube of the box that includes the sphere? Okay, so it is asking about the minimum volume. So if that sphere accommodates the your cube entirely, that would be the minimum volume. So if I draw the section here like this, okay, this is cube, I am representing on 2D, and that is sphere which is accommodating entirely. So this will give you the minimum volume of this cube. Okay, minimum volume of this cube. See, it is not exactly circle, but you can manage that. Okay, so if its radius is r, okay, and we know diameter will be 2r. Okay, so the diameter of the circle will be equivalent to its one of its side of the cube. Okay, So this will be the diameter, no? This entire will be diameter, and this diameter will be equivalent to the measurement of the one of the side of the cube. That will be 2r. Okay. And in order to determine the volume of the cube, what you will do? Volume of the cube can be determined by a cube. Okay, that is 2r cube, which will be 8r cube, and that is the answer. Okay, and which option is that? In our question, this question which is given, it is option B. Okay, it's 8r cube. The option B is correct here. Okay, the answer will be 8r cube. So now moving on to the next question, that is question number 6. Now coming to the sixth question, okay, which is on your screen, that is pipe P and Q can fill a storage tank with water in 10 and 6 minutes respectively. Okay, so if pipe P is working, it can fill the entire tank in 10 minutes. Okay, and if Q is working, then it can fill the entire tank in 6 minutes. ठीक है, पाइप P and Q के टाइम्स दिए हुए, अगर पाइप P वर्क करता है, so ये टैंक को कितने देर में फिल करेगा? 10 मिनट्स में, and Q can fill in 6 minutes. So we can write here, pipe P takes your 10 minutes and Q takes 6 minutes. Okay, this is the information now till now. Okay, 6 minutes respectively. Now coming to the next part, pipe R draws the water out from the storage tank. Okay, at a rate of 34 liter per minute. ठीक है, R क्या कर रहा है? Water draw out कर रहा है. R is drawing out the water from the storage tank, and it draws out a rate of 34 liter in 1 minute. R draws out. Okay, it draws out at a rate of, in 1 minute, how much? 34 liters it draws out. Okay, in 1 minute it draws out 34 liter. Okay, so now coming to the next part, P, Q and R operates at a constant rate. Okay, if it takes 1 hour to completely empty a full storage tank with all the pipes operating simultaneously. Okay, what is the capacity of the storage tank in liters? So it is asking about the capacity of the tank. So if it is given that if A, B and C are working simultaneously, then it takes 1 hour to completely empty the tank. So here the work of the R has to be greater than A plus B combined, because A and B is your filling up the storage tank. ठीक है, A और B क्या कर रहा है? आपका storage tank को fill कर रहा है, and C क्या कर रहा है? Sorry, your P and Q is filling up the tank, and R क्या कर रहा है? Draw out कर रहा है. So जो ये drawing का rate है, that has to be greater than filling up the tank. तभी तो वो empty हो पाएगा ना, क्योंकि P और Q तो उसमें fill करते रहेंगे, and R draw करेगा, और ये rate ज्यादा होगा, तभी आपका टैंक 1 घंटे में empty हो पाएगा. So P, Q plus R का 1 मिनट का वर्क कितना होगा? 1 minus 1 upon 60. Why I have written minus 160? Because R का रेट ज्यादा है P और Q के वर्क से, and R क्या कर रहा है? नेगेटिव वर्क, that is it is drawing out. Okay, if it is drawing out, then it has to be minus 1 by 60. है ना? वो ज्यादा, something is in negative, it is greater, and if you will add, if I am adding P plus Q plus R, and it is negative quantity, and it is a negative, greater negative quantity, so the entire quantity will become negative. That is what happening. Okay, so it is minus 1 by 60. So P plus Q plus R 1 minute work is like, if in 1 minute it will empty out minus 1 by 60 part of the tank. Minus 1 by 60 part of the tank. Okay. Now we have been given key A and B. If we calculate the combined work of A and B, okay, how much they will empty, how much they will fill, how much part of the tank is being filled by the A and B when they are working together in 1 minute. Okay, so when A and B working together, the part of tank filled in 1 minute is equals to 1 by 10 plus 1 by 6. The LCM will be 60, it will be 6 and it will be 10. So it will be 16 by 60 part of the tank will be emptied in 1 minute when A and B will be working together. ठीक है, A और B जब साथ में काम कर रहे होंगे तो 16/60 part of the tank आप फिल कर सकते हो 1 मिनट में. ठीक, you have calculated the A and B works together. Now we will be calculating, क्योंकि अगर हमें पता करना है कैपेसिटी टैंक की तो हमें C की पता करना होगा कि वो 1 मिनट में कितना एम्प्टी करता है. ठीक है, so the part of the tank being emptied by C in 1 minute कितना होगा in 1 minute it will be 16/60 minus of -1/60, क्योंकि आपको पता है कि तीनों मिलके एम्प्टी आउट कर रहे हैं -1/60 में. ठीक है, अगर उस चीज को मैं सब्सट्रैक्ट कर दूं A और B के वर्क से तो मुझे C का वर्क मिल जाएगा, है ना, कि 1 मिनट में वो कितने रेट से एम्प्टी कर रहा है. एंड दैट इज व्हाट वी आर डूइंग. ठीक है, तो 16/60 से -1/60 को सब्ट्रैक्ट करोगे तो क्या आएगा 17/60. पार्ट ऑफ द टैंक being emptied by the part of the tank being emptied by C in 1 minute. So if you want to find the capacity equals to 17/60 part of tank equals to 34 liter, because we know in 1 minute it draws out 34 liter. We'll just cross multiply this. So capacity equals to 60 into 34 upon 17. Do not forget the units. 17 to it will be 120 liters. So the capacity of the tank will be 120 liters. ठीक है, तो आपकी टैंक की कैपेसिटी कितनी है 120 liters. And which option is that? It is option D here. Okay, so option D is the correct answer. Okay, so now moving on to the next question, that is question number 7. Question 7, which is in your screen. Here what it is telling is rice, a versatile and inexpensive source of carbohydrate, is a critical component of diet worldwide. Okay, climate change causing extreme weather poses a threat to sustainable availability of rice. Okay, some scientists are working on developing super green rice, that is GSR. Which one of the following is the correct logical inference based on the information given in the above passage? See, this passage might be incomplete because that is what we have got from the sources which have told the question. Okay, but the option will because this is the main theme of this question passage. Okay, and that is what we have got. We have tried to construct the question, whatever information we have got. So this is the theme of the question, and based on that we will be finding the correct option. Okay, the correct options will not be changing. Whatever the information is being left, that is not very essential or crucial. But the part which was crucial is here. Okay, it is being constructed. So the first option is GSR is an alternative to regular rice. This part of this option is correct. GSR is an alternative because that is what scientists were working on. Okay, to create an alternative source for the rice. So GSR is an alternative to regular rice, but it grows only in an extreme weather. This is incorrect. This part is incorrect because it has to, if I am creating something, it has to be for the mass supply in all the adverse conditions. Okay, whatever the condition, it has to be efficient enough. So if it will be growing in extreme weather, not in normal weather, so what is the use of that? Okay, so this part cancels out. Okay, so the first option is incorrect. Okay, this does not explain whatever the passage is telling us. ठीक है, जो भी passage आपको बोल रहा है, this is not explaining to us. Now coming to the second option, that is regular rice will continue to provide good yields even in extreme weather. You think that if something is ongoing process, if something is in a developing stage, how can you comment about the yield of that thing? ठीक है, yield की बात तभी होगी ना जब when we will be able to just irrigate it and we'll get the crop out of it. Okay, so yield की बात तो तभी होगी, अभी तो we are working on that. So this is a futuristic thing, we cannot comment about that. So this option also cancel out. Now coming on to the third option, that is GSR may be used in future in response to adverse effects of climate change, and that is what exactly the passage is all about. Okay, so we are growing the green super rice to an alternative to the normal rice, which can grow in all adverse conditions when the climate change happens and affects the climate. Okay, so this is the C option, which is explaining your passage. Okay, now coming to the D option. So till now the C option is the only correct, but we will be looking to the D option also. Okay, GSR grows in extreme weather. Okay, but the quality of production is lesser than regular rice. Again, we cannot comment about the quality or the yield because it is in developmental stage and it has not been yet been irrigated or cropped out. So we cannot comment about the production, about the quality and all. So D option is again out of scenario. So you are left with only option C, which is the correct option. Okay, no doubt about it. So now moving on to the question number 8. Now coming to the question 8, which is here on the screen, it is said that a game consists of spinning an arrow around a stationary disc as shown below. Okay, actually this game is called a game of chance. Okay, when the arrow comes to rest, there are 8 equally likely outcomes. Okay, it could come to rest in any of the sectors. Okay, you have numbered the sectors, you have been numbered like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so sector numbered as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 or 8 as shown. Okay, that in diagram you have been shown that part. 2 such discs are used. Okay, you have 2 discs. Okay, numbering from 1 to 8, and there you have been divided into different sectors from 1 to 8. Okay, 2 such discs are used in a game where their arrows are independently spun. Okay, what is the probability that the sum of the numbers on the resulting sectors upon spinning the 2 discs is equal to 8 after arrows come to rest? First of all, it is an independent event. Okay, so nothing is dependent on that. So first of all, this is a very easy question. If you are knowing probability or you are not knowing probability, does not matter. In your everyday life, you deal with probability. Okay, if you are doing something, the chances of happening and not happening is the outcome gives you the probability. Here, when you appeared for your exam for GATE 2022, again that was a game of chance. Okay, that was a game of probability. When you are selecting options also, that is also a probability. So on a daily basis you are dealing with probability. ठीक है, उस basis पे ये question easy था. There was nothing to be like आपको बहुत कुछ सोचना पड़ेगा, है ना? बहुत easy सा question था ये. अगर जिसको probability नहीं भी आती है, थोड़ी सी logical thinking apply करने की और question तुरंत हो जाता है. ठीक है, आपको ऐसा you do not to have a very great and advanced knowledge in probability to solve this question. Okay, so let us look at the solutions first. So the very basic definition of the probability is, okay, probability, whatever you have read in your class 11th. Okay, the very basic definition is probability equals to number of favorable outcomes upon total number of outcomes. Okay, total number of outcomes. So while we are spinning these sectors, okay, while we are spinning these sectors and it is an independent event, so every number to occur, हर एक नंबर के occur होने के chances कितने हैं? 1/8. Okay, it is 1/8. So in both the sectors अगर आप देखोगे तो कितने हैं आपके, for हर नंबर के occur होने के chances कितने हैं? Total number of outcomes होने के chances कितने हैं? Total number of outcomes. It's a very logic based question. Okay, you need not to have very vast knowledge. आप ये total number of outcomes आप ऐसे भी calculate कर सकते हो ना. Total number of outcomes कितने होंगे? 8 into 8, it is 64. ठीक है, अब whatever is being asked to us, it will become favorable condition. Okay, it will, that calculating the one which is being asked is your favorable, calculating the favorable outcome. So what is asked in this question? आपसे क्या पूछा गया है कि अगर आप स्पिन कर रहे हो आप दोनों सेक्टर्स को स्पिन कर रहे हो या गेम ऑफ चांसेस को दोनों स्पिन कर रहे हो, तो जो नंबर इसमें आए फर्स्ट वाले में और जो दूसरे में आए दोनों का सम 8 हो, ऐसे नंबर ऑफ फेवरेबल आउटकम्स आपके पास कितने हैं? इजी। सो पहला देख लेते हैं नंबर ऑफ पॉसिबल फेवरेबल आउटकम्स क्या हो सकते हैं जिनसे सम आपका, our motive is to get sum is 8. Okay, so number of favorable outcomes can be first में 1 आ जाए, you get 1 and 7, है ना, या तो ये हो जाए you get 2 and 6, 2 और 6 मिले आपको, या you get 3 or 5, okay, or 4 or 4. Now it will be in the second sector. Okay, so you will be getting here what 5 and 3, you will be getting 6 and 2, and you will be getting 7 and 1. So the number of favorable outcomes whose sum is 8 is this, and how much are they? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, they are 7. So your number of favorable outcome is 7. Okay, so the probability of the event to occur is the probability of the event where the sum is 8 to occur is 7 by 64. This is the correct option answer. So which option represents this answer is the option D. So the correct option will be your D option, that is 7 by 64. ठीक है, इजी भी था, कोई बहुत ज्यादा प्रोबेबिलिटी आने की जरूरत नहीं थी आपको, है ना, थोड़ा सा लॉजिकली भी आप सोचते तो कर लेते हैं ना. ठीक है, सो मूविंग ऑन टू आवर नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, दैट इज क्वेश्चन नंबर 9. So here in question number 9, which is on your screen, a building has several rooms and doors as shown in the top view of the building given below. Okay, the doors are closed initially. What is the minimum number of doors? What is the minimum number of doors that need to be operated in order to go from the point P to the point Q? Okay, see, based on the information we got, we have constructed this diagram. This may not be exactly same as you got in your exam, but this is more or less same. Okay, so based on this, what it is asking that if we have to go from point P to Q, so what is the minimum number of doors that need to be opened? Okay, so minimum number of doors कितने आप open करोगे point P से Q तक जाने हैं, ठीक है, and this is the diagram. So how many numbers? If you go from like this, you will open this door, this is the door number 1, then you will go to this door and you will open this door. Okay, this is door number 2, and then you will slide past through this gap and will reach to the point Q. So like this we can reach from point P to Q. Okay, we opened the door number 1, we opened the door number 2, and there was a gap, and we just slide past from that gap and we reached the point Q. Okay, so it's a very easy question. Okay, that was nothing to be done, nothing much to be done here. Okay, so the option here which is correct is option C. Okay, so you need to open 2 doors in order to reach from point P to Q. Okay, so now coming to question number 10. Sorry for that, because we don't have much of information to construct that question. Okay, but again that question was very easy one, because that was a very logic based question, visual interpretation based question. Okay, you were given like 3 diagrams in each of the options, and you needed to join all the 3 diagrams which were given in each of the options to construct a square where you will have a point at its center. Okay, so from the information whatever I heard, that question was a very easy one. Okay, so if I got that question, if I get that question, or if I get the information to construct that question, I will definitely be discussing the question in the next video, where I will be discussing the geology questions as well. Okay, so this is it from this video. We have discussed all the questions which were asked in the general aptitude section in Geology GATE 2022. Okay, except the one question which we don't have much information about. Okay, so looking through these questions, I can assume that it was an easy paper for the aptitude part, and most of you might have scored between 10 to 12 presumably. Okay, So if anyone is scoring 10 to 12, that is a good marks to score in the general aptitude sections. And in the next video, we'll be discussing the NAT questions of the geology. Okay, thank you.